What's good? This is the Heavyweight Podcast. This is episode 19.
19.
Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
This is Stutter McFly with these three guys. Go ahead and announce yourselves.
Kevin Wendell, for sure. Not no Richard.
Just Mo.
Keith, aka Geek 40.
That's what's up. So, how was everybody's weeks?
Mm-hmm. Mr.
Pretty
Wendell?
pleasant. Mine was good. It was really good. We did a lot. Wife's birthday. It was her birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, baby. I think I said it
Birthday
a lot,
to the wife?
Never get say too much. We went to Palm Springs. I dropped the moniker Richard Beater immediately. I was not Richard Beater when I went there. I was just good old Kevin. We did the Airbnb thing where we stayed at somebody else's house.
You all right? Are you all right, Stutter? You all right, Stutter? Your whole screen shaking. You good? Shit.
Shit.
Damn, you good, Stutter? Yeah.
But the good thing is, when we went, is I couldn't be Richard because we were at Airbnb where the dude was home. So we was sitting in an extra room, and like when he opened the door, I was like, I wonder if it's a gay dude, and I'm fine with it, but he was definitely.
There's no hiding, huh?
There was no question, like, oh, maybe he's just flamboyant. Like, no.
Oh shit.
Was the house at least clean? Was it clean though?
It was real nice. Like, he had to set up like with lights and shit in the backyard, and then he had the room that we're in is straight to the hot tub. So you open the sliding glass door and the hot tub right there.
No,
and I was like, this is legit.
Let me ask you this: who booked the room? Was it you or the wife?
No, it was me. It was me. I'm cheap.
Oh, okay.
I'm cheap. I was cheap, and then I was looking. I was like, oh, he's home. But I was like, yeah, as long as he's gay, we're cool because he ain't gonna try to fucking fuck my wife. So we'll be cool.
And the word of Boondog, I didn't come here for no little girl. I came here for man booty.
He just sitting in the kitchen, so
enjoying your stay.
I didn't know you had a wife.
Fucked up your whole weekend.
Well, it's a good time though. Palm Springs is definitely. It was. They have the gay district, but their gay district is old gays. Like it's old retired gay men looking for some. What do you call them? Sugar babies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they don't.
Why are you hiding?
But I want nothing to do with that shit.
I mean, I don't think. Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't think you fit their mold.
I'm too rough.
Yeah, the one guy we went with, he knew it was like a gay area, but he was like, you could tell it was bothering him. And like one gay dude walked by, I shouldn't say that, some gentleman walked by, and he was smoking a cigarette and nobody smoked. So I was like, damn, that's crazy to see somebody smoking. He's like, right, it's California, you can't smoke anywhere. And then we start talking, and he's like, your friend here, don't let him punch me. You can tell he's uncomfortable. But that fool flew from Norway.
Damn.
He flew from Norway to go to Palm Springs. I'm
Springs?
like, oh, you out here looking for the young boots.
Yeah. Yeah. If you fly from Norway, you
Are you writing this for your stand-up? Cause fuck.
You skip Malibu, you skip Orange County, you skip LA, you skip San Diego, you go straight to Palm Springs from Norway? Like,
He put me in my place.
He wasn't on vacation.
No, he was like, when we went, he looked at us, he's like, why are you guys here? This is for the gays. He's like, I know we're fun, but like, don't you want to do something else? And I was like, yeah, it's fine. And then he's like, go down there. I was like, it's pretentious down there. And he's like, honey, it's Palm Springs. I paid for the pretentious. And I was like,
I mean, I knew it was rocking like that, but I didn't know it was rocking like that.
Yeah, they are wild.
They did.
Yeah, they got money. They just.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, that was my weekend. That's all. Shit.
I was gonna say my week was definitely uneventful compared to Kevin's. Shit. I had nothing like that. The most exciting I had, it was Wednesday. Got into it with another driver. That was about it. And,
What's his
other than
name?
that,
Mike, we asked why.
it wasn't another company driver. It wasn't a UPS
Okay.
driver.
I thought maybe somebody finally got.
He worked for a certain company. He thought he could talk crazy to me, and I let him know that wasn't it. I basically told him, I said, "You better watch who you're talking to. I'll hop out this truck and beat your ass."
Ooh, you hit him with the nigga scare. That's the black privilege. That's what I call that. You just tell them some shit, and they're like, "Ooh, this he might be with it."
There may have not been a conversation with that company supervisor, which I told them they can kiss my ass. So,
Damn.
if we finish, are we done? That's what basically. Are we finished? Are we done? Am I getting the trailer or not? All right. That's it. That was my excitement. That was my excitement. Other than my favorite rapper dropping some heat.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'll let him tell that story. How's your week, Keith?
Drama filled, stressful.
I thought you was gonna say free.
I'm gonna send you a drink.
Like, if I wasn't already gray, I would be probably after this week.
He said he turning white. The gray
coming out like Mordor.
Yeah. He said the gray is leaving. He's turning white. Shit.
But the thing I probably will share is the fact that, man, this job is just not what I thought it was going to be. Like, it's cool. The people are cool. It's just the hours are not where I need them to be.
Is it like third shift type shit or what?
Do. No, it's first.
Oh, damn.
So you would think something to be there, but for whatever reason, they keep saying the hours are coming, but I don't know if those hours are coming. So,
well, I mean, it is that time of year, almost. This is where everybody can start gearing up because people start buying shit, Christmas and all that type shit.
I mean, in my experience, usually that, like, you want to get a head start on a lot of that stuff, like prepping and. At least the places I've worked at previously, they usually start, if not September, August, to start prepping for the wave. But
you've been working for some good people.
I did read an article saying that the spending for this year is really low when it comes to consumers. So,
Let me just say something. As a person who frequents Amazon frequently, it ain't low.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might be low in certain spots.
It ain't low at all.
Well, they said the average compared to most years.
Oh,
wow.
And it makes sense because no one knows what's going to happen in the next month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. So I think people are being a little more careful with their money and all that stuff. Plus, a lot of people still not working, so.
Xbox and PlayStation on some drops.
I mean, if you can get one.
Man,
next month,
scalpers are still scalping.
We about to get them for the low because niggas doing them checks about to finna stop. I'm about to have 3 PS5s over here just chilling.
Going to stop. It did stop.
Yeah. Looking for the come up.
You better start looking now.
Looking for the come up. I mean, I already got one. I mean, I don't need one. I got one. I'm just saying. I might pick up an Xbox. Study McFly? The week?
I didn't do nothing.
Besides the heat wave? Here we go. This nigga like he didn't live through a heat wave.
I just lived my life, was on vacation. My son had his birthday.
Look at that. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to my friend.
He's 4 and he acts grown.
Well, he is.
I went to the dentist yesterday, but it wasn't as eventful as Mr. Wendell here.
Oh, yeah, I did do that. I forgot that I did that.
That means the drugs are working.
And I wrapped some bars.
Bars.
Oh, bars.
Somebody dropped one of Clues bombs when that nigga say bars.
And other than that, I'm just still hanging low and to the left,
This nigga here. Are you advertising?
No.
I forgot to tell y'all that I did do the backyard too.
Oh, how's your back feel?
It feels good. You know what's dope? The wife got out there and helped me.
That's what's up.
Nigga, you got a winner.
Oh no.
Don't let her go.
This was manual. Like I didn't get the rototill with the motorized one. I got hand one, and we were just. So you know. How did you do?
Nigga, I would have sent you the $20 on that rental, nigga. Let me tell you. You should have hit me up. I saved your back.
Ain't no way.
I'm telling you, because I rolled to my front yard. I paid $40 for 4 hours, and the shit only took about an hour and a half because that machine was powerful as shit. I'm saying, and it saved me a lot of back.
It took us 2 days, but you know,
started hurting.
Just talking about it.
It took you would have been done in 1 day if you would have bought them goddamn gas.
I know. I was going to do it, and then I was like, nah, I just bought these two things. We're going to use them. And it made me fix my backyard because I got so tired. Let's be honest. I got so tired. I was like, hey, we ain't turning this. We're going to make this the dog run. So I'm going to build a fence now. So I'm going to be hitting you up, Mo, because I know you know that carpentry shit.
Don't hit me now, man. I'm busy.
No, I pod. I don't want you to do it. I want pointers, man. Damn.
I pod.
You don't even give pointers out? You can't Bob Vila me?
You see the bars in there? Slow it down. He said, I pod.
Damn, man.
Apple.
Yeah, so that means I should be able to listen to what you got to tell me.
Bars.
We'll see.
Serve ball. This is tennis right now.
I'm supposed to monetize everything I do, so I'm going to charge you about a minute.
Back and forth.
Yeah, nigga, I could tell you how to cut the angles, but that's going to cost you.
You may or may not be profitable. That's cool. But McFly won't stop underselling the shit he dropped. He dropped that heat.
I know.
Champagne Pole, part 1 and 2. Heavenly Flow. Huh? Huh?
It was fun.
What?
Venting that much this week. It was fun.
I was happy to hear.
Yeah.
I just kept writing and okay.
All I saw was
you set up in the garage, or you set up in like where's the studio?
I record in the loft, right where we podcast at.
Oh, okay. I like it.
All I saw was nigga doing this. All I saw my nigga doing this the whole time. He's getting it off.
And I'm releasing all that music this weekend on Bandcamp as like a mixtape EP. I'm tired of hearing this nigga ask me all the time.
Nigga, drop the tracks, nigga. I'm lazy. I don't like opening too many apps to listen to shit. I like everything in my Apple Music. I need one. I open one app. You know what I mean? I don't
download it all and
just put it in one app. Nigga, I need one app. That's it. You know. So I mean, it's good. All right, chill. I mean, it seems like everybody had a pretty decent week except for Keith. I'm sorry, sir. Shit.
Hey, you want me to send some niggas to fuck up some management over there? We just send some niggas to fuck up some people.
Now we threatening people?
Is this a well-known company, or is this like a mom and pop where we could go wreck some shit and then they won't ask no question?
Mom and pop.
Oh, shit. Send me the Addy.
Oh, man.
Send me the Addy. Shoot me the Addy.
We can make sure they have no inventory for like a week.
So they're a third party for other online realtor. Yeah.
Like 3PL.
Yeah.
So the issue is there's not enough orders coming in for the amount of people and hours. Is like if
that's why you gotta be union, because I don't care if the work is there or not. You still gotta pay me, boy. Yeah.
Everybody keeps telling me I need to go to this well-known company. I'm just like, man, I've worked with enough people that have worked for this company to know not to do that.
What?
I'm already stressed. I'm not trying to add more to it. Is essentially what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel that.
Why are you protecting? Because who is this company?
Amazon.
You can save other niggas.
I didn't want to say it. Yeah.
You protected.
Come after me, Amazon.
Jeff Bezos ain't worried about me. Him and his $20 ain't thinking about me.
Man, them niggas didn't hire me. Fuck them. Watch me apply next week. We should hear podcast.
Right.
And fuck you, buddy.
We're gonna get a call back. Good. No, we good. Let's go.
Yeah.
So moving on. Trick or treating. Y'all doing it this year? Are you taking the kids to do it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, on Thursday, I think Thursday's day, she actually attended a trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat.
Yeah.
Let's going down the street right now.
Yeah.
Trunk or treat.
They did a trunk or treat, and the reports from the wife said she was in the back just double fisting lollipops and had a bunch of candy. So the candy was halfway gone before she got home. And it makes sense because when I came home Wednesday night, she was on 10,000. I said, yeah, she's turned up.
And I'm aware we asked this question last week, but the reason why I was asking the question to segue into, how often did you guys trick or treat growing up?
Every year.
All the time.
Every year.
Every year?
I got my candy.
Did you dress up?
Scrap.
How often did you dress up? And did you usually buy costumes or make them? Because I know this is a cultural thing, so I'm curious.
We didn't buy costumes. Like you made do with what you had, you know. That's it. At most you might get a mask. And I think that's a property thing. That's not a cultural thing.
Yeah,
it's a money thing. Yeah. It's like, look, we got enough money to pay the bills. We not finna buy you a costume. Look, you want a costume or you want Christmas gifts, nigga? Which one you want?
Because I've had multiple. I've had the ones where you got some fucking paint on your face and shit, you a ghost. And then I was Superman other times. Yeah. Just like, now that I look back, I understand when things were rough. Yeah.
Or you had you're going to use this used old white sheet and call yourself a ghost. Got the eyes out because we don't use the sheet no more.
I wish we did that. We did fucking paint. Like, I'm walking around with goddamn white face.
You better burn all those pictures. Don't want those coming back.
We're gonna get canceled as soon as we take off. Well, when Dale was in whiteface, this part is clearly racist.
Somebody's gonna Photoshop privilege on the front of your shirt. Was that you though? Let's be honest with you. That shirt, that meme that was floating around, was that you, Kevin?
I was killing them back in 6th grade too.
Shit.
I mean, I've had years where I put on a sports jersey for one of the teams I played with, and that's what I was. Shit, you're a football player.
So you just transition that shit into UPS uniforms, huh?
Yeah, shit, it works.
See, and you just doing it.
Yeah,
this is what I do.
I rather spend my money on other shit. I'm here. What are you this year? I'm black. That was last year.
For me, trick or treating was always kind of one of those last minute things because the parent that cared enough to even partake in the holiday usually was getting off work late, so it was kind of one of those things like, okay, I'm tired, but let's.
You never got to the age where you could walk by yourself? I remember that, like 5th grade on, I walked by myself. Like, it was a different time. Like, thinking about it, I was like, damn, I was like 10, walking the streets by myself with a pillowcase full of candy. Like, just walking the streets. Like,
don't you think that's
actually got in time that I can't remember trick or treating much?
Wow, I think that shit's crazy. Yeah. Like think about it. Would you let your kids now go trick or treating by yourself, just walking the street, and just like expect them to come home?
I would, not this age, but like Val, I would. But it's a battle I'd have with my wife, because I'm like, the way I look at it, like, I'd let her walk home from school alone right now, but she will not let it happen. And I'm just like, if we can't do this, why the fuck did we move here? Like, I don't want to live here if it's not safe enough to do this. And it is, but it's just that mental block. Because it's actually safer than it was then, if you think about it.
But the thing is, the predators travel.
What travels?
Predators travel.
Yeah, they traveled in before too. They were using milk boxes to find kids. So you think they were stealing more kids?
Yeah.
There's a lot less now. We just see it more now.
Yeah.
We just see it as soon as it happens.
Yeah. I just like, that's something I'm a stud. I don't think I could do that. I'm in the car or I'm walking next to you. I don't care if you 5 or 15. I'm with you.
It's just hard for me, because it sucks. It's just like,
I got that
for that, for safety. You know what I'm saying?
I got that thing on my head.
I'm looking at it like this. I don't see her just jumping in some stranger's car, because I know good and dead well ain't no van just gonna pull up in front of a whole neighborhood and just start snatching niggas. If that happens and nobody in my community does anything, I'm shooting every neighbor I got. I'll be like, so you just let my kid get snatched? What the fuck?
My biggest fear of living in these neighborhoods is the fact that they have that I guess that false sense of security, because like Mo says, they travel, so they come to these neighborhoods knowing that maybe the mentality might be, that's fine, they can walk the streets fine because it's safe, and they use that to their advantage to then be the predator here.
I understand that, but like, what? I don't know what reality that is to where that type of shit happens in front of that. Like, most predators are cowards. Not most. I should just say, all of them are cowards. They're not going to do shit in front of people. So it's like, you got to hold the whole neighborhood's out. Like, that's why I don't trip on her walking from school, because I could probably throw a football. No, I can't. I can't throw a football to the school, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I hear the bell from the school. It's probably like a 7-minute walk. That whole walk, there's parents waiting on their kids. There's kids walking home.
I get what you're saying. She's walking by so many parents that it should be damn near impossible for something to happen.
And like, if something were to happen, it's like, fucking scream. Like, I thought you something. Like, use it. But I do understand the block. Like, if you wasn't so anti-Apple, you could just put a AirTag in her backpack and you know where she's at. But my wife's got that. I'm the only Android in the house. So we got her followed. She's being.
It's always one hard-headed nigga in the family. My sister the same way. Fucking you that nigga fucking up the group chat.
But touching on that, I know a few years back in Mobile there was Norma Lopez, and the guy that had picked her up. He pretty much watched her for like a week or so and evaluated the path she took home every day, and he pretty much waited to the exact moment he knew when no one would be paying attention. That's the thing I would be worried about, because
yes. I feel like that's an outlier. Because it doesn't happen like that all the time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But the thought, yes, I can understand. Like, I don't argue with Amanda about the walking home. I'm like, well, that's always one thing. I moved here for safety. I moved here for that. I did this. And it's like, she's not alone. She's old enough. She can do this. But I don't argue with it, because it's like, I understand that. That's terrifying. Like, to think somebody rolled up and just took your kid. You don't know what the hell's going on. Mm-hmm. So
I get terrified in Target. Like, if she hit the corner too fast and I can't see her for too long. Oh, hold on, where you at? Where you go now? So I mean, I get it. But like I said, like I do agree with you in this instance. Like, she if she's walking a path where she's passing all the parents and she's actually in the neighborhood, she's not like on an open road, but she's actually in the neighborhood in front of all the houses and stuff like that. I think I'd be cool with that. That I'd be cool with.
And I think it's more hard because I look at the independence role as she gets older, because she's in teenage years. Now she's gonna get to like adolescence, and then when she gets into life, it's like you gotta have some independence. And we do this all the time. I don't know how you gain that when you and I know that's a small thing, but it's like one of those things.
No, I actually think that's the big thing. I think that's an interesting point. At what point do you show her that you trust her? What point do you give her freedom? Because I think that's one thing I don't know if other things about this, but I think about this a lot. This is the transition, into like teenagehood and being teenagers and older. Like, how much trust do you give them each year they get older? Like, how much do you loosen the reins to kind of let them be their own person type deal. I struggle with that right now because like I understand I can't control everything, but I try to keep her in a controlled environment. But that's something I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to gauge that when we reach that level. Because now she's only 4 and she wants to be Mr. Independent. So I can only imagine if she's even like myself or her mother, she's gonna want to be 100% free. So that's something I struggle with.
You ever factor in that maybe some of the reluctancy is because you start to gauge what you were like at those ages? Like when you come to those milestones, you're like, I know what I was like at 13. Nah, I don't know. Like that kind of comes in because you remember what you did at those ages.
As far as like what I was like or what boys were like?
Like what boys were like. So like saying like... Yeah. Since you have a daughter, you're thinking, "Oh, I know what a 13-year-old boy is like. I know what they're thinking about." Oh, hell no, I'm not. You know that keeps running through my mind. Like
I still think the same way.
Gets older. Yeah,
I think the same way.
I don't try not to go too far because you push too much, then they're gonna do exactly.
Yeah, they always rebel. Yeah,
it's like almost. I think my biggest thing is to try to get her to know herself, and like you got to learn yourself, and then find your confidence. Once you find your confidence, you ain't never gonna rely on no nigga for nothing. Or, excuse me, you're never gonna rely for nothing. Like you're just gonna play him, like do what you gotta do. But like you know what I'm saying. So that's my biggest thing, and the hard part was at the age now we're in that social media age, right? So she turned 13, and we're like, okay, we'll let you have a TikTok. Because we had it, and she had it. It was like a long time ago. I think it was like 3 years ago. And I was like, hell no, turn that off. So we deleted it, didn't let her have it. And then at 13, it was like, okay, we'll let you have it, but we're logged on to yours. We know everything you're doing. Mm-hmm. But that's scary because it's like, when you look at it, you can tell it's almost like a competition between themselves. Yeah. And it's like, you're not going to find yourself in this. So it's tough, man. But I don't know how we got here from Halloween. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's real. I think the one point we can take home from this is that we can't protect them from everything, no matter how we control it. And with the world, regardless of what we say, it's different from when we were their age. Like information, the readability, like the fact that you can order lobster from your phone, like. You know, the fact that kids are literally spending, I said lobster. The fact that the kids are spending $100 on cell phones using parents' credit cards and shit, like it's a whole different age. And the fact that someone across the world can target your child and make believe to be somebody else, and them being a child and not having the mental capacity to say, hey, this may be suspect. It's a real threat. It's something I think about. It's a real threat. So I mean, social media is not a safe place. I mean, I got messages from a hacker this week. It's a profile I knew, and in the conversation, I was like, okay, maybe I deleted him or something. I said, wait, and I looked. I said, wait, they got 4 friends. Wait, this is new. Wait, what? And I looked. I said, oh, they done hacked this page and they trying to get something out of me, and I blocked, unfriend right away. But a child doesn't think that way. They're not looking for the scam. You know what I'm saying? They're more inviting, you know? So I think it's a real threat. It's a real problem, an issue that you got to think about as parents.
Part. That's the terrifying part because it's so anonymous.
Yeah.
It's so anonymous. Like I said, the cowards and the fact that they have anonymity gives them that power.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's true. I never thought about how you said the other side of the world. Yeah. I'm more focused on niggas trying to be like, hey, come over here and do this. Like, we saw the message and I showed up. What's up?
Yeah. Right? It's a reason why Chris Hansen got a job. That's all I'm saying. It's a reason why he got a job. That's the sad. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason. And and the thing is that we can't protect them. And to them, it's, everybody's doing it. I want to be like my friends. So then, they got the peer pressure thing. They don't want to feel left out. They don't want to feel like, they're not one of the peers and stuff like that. So, I mean, as a parent, you don't want your kid to feel left out, but like, where do you draw the line? Like that's something that's like, you know what I mean? Like that's something that's heavy. That's heavy.
It's tough. I had that today. No shit, today. Like it was costume day, but they didn't have to wear a costume. So the oldest wore a costume. But she didn't wear her hat because you're like, oh, I can't wear hats. And like, it was more like she thought she was gonna get made fun of. We got going to the dentist, and she was like, "Can you bring my hat to school?" It's like, no. What are you talking about? Like, you should have just made your decision based on what you thought. You thought the costume looked better like this, but then your friends probably were like, "Oh, it looked better with the hat." It's like, no, and like, shit, we broke. That's what I feel sometimes too. Like, you ain't gonna get everything. That's the hard part. It's saying, I don't want her to feel the brokenness that I felt before, but I don't want her to feel like you got everything.
Man, let me tell you right now, that's a whole nother topic. My daughter is super spoiled, and I realized this shit this week. Actually, this morning, she cried. Somehow, some way, she realized that those boxes at the door, if you see my video from yesterday, were her Christmas. Most of them were her Christmas gifts, and she says, "Dad, I want my toys." I'm like, "What the fuck you talking about? These boxes aren't even open." It's like, "No, I want toys." And she literally threw a fit.
Straight move.
She threw a fit, and then when the boxes disappeared, it was like World War III in here. Like, oh my God, you got rid of my stuff. I was like, wait, first of all, ain't none of this shit yours. Right? This is mine. I might decide to give it to you. But it's like, man, like, how do I break this? Because now she's so conditioned to, because I gotta admit, I tell her yes a lot. She's so conditioned to having everything that when she can't have something, she flips the fuck out. And it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. I had a similar experience with Andreas today. I went to the bank to get money out to pay a car note, my car note.
Ballin'.
And I pulled out the money, and I'm joking, and I'm like, if I just flash this money like these dumb motherfuckers on the internet. And he goes, "Money." I said, "Oh yeah, it's money." And he was like, "Money." And then I put the money to deposit it. And he starts crying, and he goes, "Where's my money?" I said, wait a minute. This is for the car note. He was like, "I need the money for the toys." I said, "No, this is a car note. This ain't money for no toys. This is money for responsibility." He was freaking out. I said, "Man, these kids are spoiled."
It's crazy, yeah. It's crazy.
It's a weird feeling too, though, where you're like, that's a blessing, but it's like,
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of felt like it was a flex. I said, I'm doing good, but I'm fucking up at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, she know we not poor, but she don't know we got it. Like, she think we got it better than what we got it. You know what I mean? Like she.
Wait till I straight asked her. I was like, do you think you're spoiled? And she just looked at me and was like, yeah. And I was like, fuck.
What trips me out is toys that should if I had a quarter of the toys that I buy them, I would play with those toys for hours, for however long. They'll play with the toy for maybe a day or a day and a half, and they completely forget about it. And you're like, wait, like, I wish I had that. Why aren't you? I need this. You need that now? Like,
there was a time where every time we went grocery shopping, she would, that the little Mickey Mouse candy where it's like it's the helicopter up top, right? And it's like a couple dollars, whatever. She would get one of those every time we went to the grocery store. Never eat the candy. She didn't know it was candy. She just thought it was a toy. And it's only like $2, so I would buy her one. So I was like, at one time I said, "Man, you have like 12 of these at the house." Like, no, it's a no. Like, it's a no. And like, man, I had to like.
You thought it was supposed to happen.
Yeah. So she's literally got that. Like, when we go to like Target, she goes, "Dad, my toys." And what she's saying is, "Let's go to the toy aisle. Let me walk around and see what catches my eye, because that's what you're gonna buy me." And that's really her attitude most of the time. I'm gonna just, and she do, and she's looking, and it's like she'll look, and then you tell her no. I said, "Damn, you spoiled the shit." I said, had this been 1992 and he was with my grandma, nigga, you ass would be fucked up in here. Like,
yeah, I don't even know how to do it. Like, I'm too bad to, like, because I'd probably grab the toy, like, "Oh, this is what you want," and kick it to the next aisle. Like, that's life. That's how it goes sometimes.
I ain't doing that. But yeah, but it's like, it's a whole different level. I mean, we did go off on a wild tangent, but I think this, shit, it's life.
Hey, Keith, that's birth control for you, brother. You heard that.
Yeah, right.
So, sticking with the original theme of this topic, do we have any spooky stories to share that we had growing up? at all? You could be when you were little, to
I'll
adults.
tell. It's not a story for me. It was just staying at my damn grandma's house. And I think about it now, and I'm like, did they do that shit on purpose? But I think they were. They were just hanging out. And for some reason, they would always start telling motherfucking ghost stories. They would tell ghost stories and then put on, what's that show? Unsolved Mysteries. And then tell me to go to bed. And
they
like
got,
the whole,
they got you watching adult stories and shit.
yeah, the hallway had like mirrors all on the wall, and I was just like, I had to run down the hall, just do. I was terrified. I never had anything like supernatural happen to me.
I haven't had anything supernatural happen, but one thing I can say is even I was maybe like 13, 14 at the time, and I was watching Leprechaun, and for some reason it really bothered me. Like it was like, what's it like Leprechaun 2 or 3? And to this day, I cannot sleep with a closet door open because I think this little nigga's gonna pop out the closet. I don't know why it's that way, but I'm like, nah. If I see like a shadow with a top hat, like, no, you need to close that goddamn that closet door. I'm not doing that. Nah, they're gonna come and think I got his gold or some shit. Fuck me up. I can't do that. I can't. That's my only. Out of all the horror movies, like Freddy never messed with me, Jason never messed with me, Chucky never messed with me. None of that stuff messed with me. Hellraiser, Candyman, nothing. But Leprechaun, I'd be like, whoosh, close the door ASAP. ASAP, close that door right now. That's just the extent of my spookiness.
Yeah. Personally, I got.
If I see a nigga dressed as a leprechaun, I'm punching him. I'm like,
try to pump him. If he's a midget, try to. I should have said that. If he's a little person, try to pump him.
What about you?
Political correctness. God damn it.
It said damn quick.
This one's from when I was driving. I had to pull over because it was super late night. I was tired, and I was like, okay, let me try to get like an hour of sleep so I'm awake enough to like get home. And so I'm parked like in this empty parking lot or whatnot, and I fall asleep, and then something hits the car. And so I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck? And so like I'm looking around, ain't seeing nobody, not seeing anything, like not seeing an animal running or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's my mind playing tricks on me. So like I go to lay back down, and in the corner of my eye, I swear I saw like something white-ish glowing move past the passenger side window. I look, nothing there.
Like a spirit?
And I'm like, I have no idea. And so I'm looking around and I'm like, yo, all right, is somebody like messing with me because I'm in this parking lot? And so I'm steady looking around, trying to see if somebody's like hiding on the sides of the car. I even turn the car on. I sit there, put it in reverse so I can see out my reverse camera. Nothing there. And so I'm like, yo, all right. Think nothing of it. I'm like, all right, shit's kind of creepy. Let me just try to get home. Get home. Okay. Get up the next day. There was a damn handprint on the rear quarter panel of my car.
I'm trading in.
I was like, I'm just gonna store that one away.
Do you still own this vehicle?
Whatever that was, huh?
Do you still own this vehicle?
No, this was a rental.
Oh, I would. That shit would. Oh, it went back in the morning. It went back in the morning.
That car was used for sliding. Somebody got slid on in that car. Ooh. Test to that car.
But I mean, because I always kept the car clean, so it was a clear handprint, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm just gonna put that one in the back of my mind real far and just try to forget that.
Do you remember the location you were pulled over at, so we don't have to visit that location?
Strange stuff always happens in Orange County.
Oh yeah, I don't go to Orange County anymore. I can't stay in Orange County.
I mean, if you live in Orange County, I mean, it's a cool place, depending on where it is.
Good for you. Nice beaches,
the
great
county,
food.
the county as a whole
Stuck-up ass
is
people.
real weird.
Great county. Nice beaches, great hotels, great shopping, a lot of beautiful cars. Stuck up people think they're better than the rest of California. You ain't shit. With your overpriced, with your overpriced avocado toast, nigga. Who paying $20 for avocado toast, nigga? It's literally bread and avocados.
Lobster, avocado toast.
Yeah, he's showing his ass today. He's showing his ass.
What happened? I got standards.
The only thing I haven't heard you commit to is wholesale foods near you.
Right.
When I get one, look,
we will all know. You'll just be sitting here with a Whole Foods bag, just.
I got these fresh, organic, vegan chips. Or I'm gonna have something. I'm gonna be every day. Yeah, I got a Whole Foods, nigga. Woo. I just know that Whole Foods chicken tastes different. You know what I mean? Like it's purr. It's purr. It's purr. You know what I mean? Nigga, let me look up where's the closest Whole Foods? I can get like a whole fillet of ahi tuna, nigga. Hold on.
It's either in Claremont or in, it's not Brea. It might be Brea City. Imperial, off Imperial. Steps that I know that, huh?
Imperial? Oh, see, when I hear Imperial, I think of the hood.
No.
I think of like Imperial and like Inglewood and Watts. I'm like, ain't no way no Whole Foods over there, nigga.
No, the highway.
Okay.
So what's your story?
My story is this is for the grown, only the grown and sexy.
Real quick, there's a Whole Foods in Upland would be the closest to me. Upland.
Okay. So I was getting it in or having grown relations at a school that may or may not be down the street from North High School.
I'm a virgin. I don't know about this stuff.
So there was a time after work. We would plan these things since we didn't have a place to go since we were only like 19, 20. So we'd take a blanket and some condoms. We went and we got it in behind the portables of a particular school. I'm not gonna say the school's name, but I was stroking, getting it in. And I heard a girl's laugh, like a creepy, eerie laugh. And I didn't know where it was coming from. But it kept doing it. And I said, what the fuck is that? No, like, it's a laugh. But I didn't stop stroking. And as soon as I busted my nut, I pulled the condom off, threw it over the roof of the school, and took off. And didn't look back. Didn't want to know where the noise was coming from. But that was some creepy shit.
That's why we be dying in movies, man.
Moral story is when it comes to stuff, ain't nothing more important.
I got my nut off, but I did not look back at all.
Niggas could have been dying all around him. I'm finishing.
Right. I just know it was that creepy ass little girl's laugh freaked me the fuck out. I'll tell you that much.
Damn, I would have just been like, hey, I gotta go.
Yeah. I would have been done. I would have hit with the face. I would hit with the, you know how black people do when they hear noise? I'm out.
I did. The thing was, it was one of those things where I did the reaction, but I was still stroking, so I was like, what?
That would have messed up my whole rhythm. I would have been done. Nah, I would have been done, bro.
Nah, get it off.
Shouts out to you. I wouldn't. Okay. Oh shit. I value my life. I would have been gone. I would have been gone.
The night.
We see.
We see I'm still here, right?
Yeah.
I made the right choice.
You made it. You right. We can't even argue with you on that.
I mean, just went out the obvious. I am here. Unless this is a false reality. I don't know. But
if you had scars or something, I'd be like, nah, nigga, that scar says otherwise. But you understand, so.
Yeah. So, moving from the Halloween themes and festivities, we're gonna touch into this relationship topics, and on the Heavyweight Podcast at the Heavyweight Podcast, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, etc. A question was asked. They wanted to know how we, as men, handle the in-laws. So going around, it's such a vague question. We can say how we met our in-laws. Was it, and over time, how you deal with certain things? Are you guys on good terms with your in-laws?
I'm on good terms with everybody.
Absolutely,
because they're my terms.
Do you mean deal with?
So they're great terms.
You should elaborate that there.
I mean, go ahead, Mr. Window.
No, I mean like dealing like there's stuff going on. I don't know. I look at it like I'm married in, so you're my family now. There's gonna be some shit I don't like that you do. I know there's shit that I do that y'all don't like, but fuck you gonna do? Kick me out?
Right.
Kick you out?
I think the question.
My house. We respect the boundaries. I guess that's what it is.
I think the question was more so how do you deal with like I guess disagreements or issues. I know the dynamic in my marriage is I will mention she handles her family. If I have an issue, because I'm known to be blunt and rough, and what I say does not always come off the nicest, and I really don't care. So the rule is she handles her family. But then my rule on top of that rule is I'm only gonna tell you twice. The third time I'm gonna just snap on them. And then they'll know what's going on. And then you can deal with that the math because at the end of the day, I don't care. And vice versa. I deal with my family. She deals with her family type deal. That's it. But I mean, for the most part, we all get along. No, there's no like beefs or disagreements like, oh, this person can't come around here type deal. No, we all get along. It's all copacetic.
Yeah, there's Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, Keith. Because I mean, I guess we had some shit happen with the baby shower. Some shit got a little wild over here. I think I told you guys that story a little bit. And that was a little bit different because it was like two cultures coming together and the way she responded and how my family would respond to stuff. So it was a little beef. And there's cousins and stuff that didn't like my wife and all that. And I'm like, well, you're my wife, so this is how that goes. Like, it's always, I'm on your side. That's how that goes. And I'm not just saying that because I was grounded.
I mean, now I kind of think you're saying it because you were grounded because you mentioned it.
I mean, touch on that. I actually have a good story we can talk about that time about because for the longest time, my mother, my biological mother, not my grandmother, my mother did not like my wife, and they beefed all the time. And I took my wife's side. She wasn't even my wife at the time, but I took her side every time. My mother had a problem with that. It got heated. But I mean, that's another topic. But I feel what you're saying. Like I let her know I'm always on your side because I chose to be with you. At the end of the day, I'm going to be with you, so I'm on your side. You know.
Yeah, I love my family, but I don't sleep in the house. So I guess it's almost the same regard with the in-laws and stuff. Because what is it? Amanda talks to her. She calls her mom a lot, and vice versa.
Is that a woman thing?
I can't interject on the relationship. I just like, hey, how are you? But it's good to have that relationship, so you just let things be. Like if it comes to certain issues, like if it involves my kids.
Oh yeah, that I don't care. Yeah, if it was the kids, I'm saying what I gotta say. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I will cuss you out in a heartbeat with my baby.
Hey, I'm here with y'all. If there's some shit I can do, I'll help you. Because we family now. So
yeah.
If I think it's dumb, then you gotta figure it out.
Yeah. You know, my in-laws can say what they want to say. They can say I'm an asshole, but I've helped most of them out when they needed help. Yeah. I mean, Sutter can say. I mean, I've had house guests here often. So I mean,
I feel what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't say I haven't been generous in some capacity. So
my bad, Keith. I did not mean to cut you off. So
yeah, you did. He didn't mean with that shit. I'm just here to start shit.
What?
It sounded like he was about to start, and then I was just like, and
no.
But you dealt with that too, though, right? Keith, in the single world. Or the non-committed.
Yes and no. Usually it's peaceful. I've only had a situation once with this person's father not particularly liking me until they got to know me, which is hilarious.
Still in them guts.
Because the situation was he was a well-known, in terms of the family, racist.
Oh, okay.
I felt like that was coming.
And so he was really against her dating me. And then he met me and white.
Non-black.
Caucasian.
Non-black.
And so he met me, apparently fell in love with me, thought I was the greatest, I guess. And I guess that broadened his horizons. Because apparently he just started making quote unquote black friends. Yeah, just out of nowhere. So no,
hey, good job, Keith. Good job, man.
Change the game.
But usually it's my parents that seem to have that stick to my girlfriends or especially ex-girlfriends. They will be the ones. So talking. How is? Huh?
I was saying, do they keep talking to them?
Yes.
Oh, that's fun.
As a matter of fact, so my last one, my father would call me up. He would ask, "How is she doing?" before ever asking how I'm doing, and I'm like, "Hold on."
I thought you was my dad.
Like, am I even here? So that's for the most part, that's what ends up happening with the.
Can I ask you this? Have you ever had the situation where you're with somebody and one of your parents ask about the ex? Have they ever done it in front of the current?
No.
Okay, I was like,
at least not that I can recall.
I mean, like he's with his current, and they're like, "So how's so and so?" Like, really?
Yeah,
like that? Oh man, I would.
Last time you seen Serena?
Like, you really don't like
that sounds like something my dad would do, but it hasn't come up.
I was serious on that. Hey, so what's you doing? You're like, you ain't never got hit with the
you ain't never got hit with a how many women you gonna bring over here?
Nah. I purposely
got you another one, huh?
They kind of have to pass a couple of tests before I actually bring them around family, just because I know how my family is. So I need to mentally prepare them for my family.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you study?
What about me?
You see this? See how I'm doing this?
Yeah. See that? You
I know what's coming. I know what's coming. Moving on.
Right.
So all I'll say is that I people are used to me being to myself, and they seem to respect me for it because they know that I am who I am. I'm private, but they all seem to love me. So
it's not from malice.
Yeah, they know I'm just to myself in private. I mean, yeah, that's about it. But I've usually never had issues.
All of the functions?
Usually I do, yeah.
All of
I just
them?
don't.
Well, I mean, for me it's different because most have moved away. So it's not like her sister is in up north. Her mom's in the high desert, so she normally comes down here or she goes up north to her sister. Most of my family, immediate families in New Mexico. So it's not like an everyday thing. My closest relative is my brother. He's in Vegas. So it's kind of like we would split houses between me and my brother, and her mom would just always come here. Or in the rare occasion, we might go up north. We don't really go up north that often because I don't, even though I have a lot of family up north, I just never really go there. And then everyone else in my family is local. Like, my aunt's like 20 minutes away. My dad's like 40 minutes away. So, but they never really have anything like big where it's like, oh, we're all meeting here type deal. So.
Oh no, they do it all the time. It's cool. I sound like I'm upset. They do.
All the time.
Yeah, and I think I'm about to. You know the movie Get Out.
Yeah,
I'm about to be in that situation because I know what it is now. They have a Christmas party, and I think the way they get the niggas in the family is they make you put on the Santa suit and then the hip. Because they asked me last time, "Hey, you want to be Santa?" And I was like, "This is their teacup."
we're being inclusive.
That Santa suit's the teacup.
Yeah. What I will say is the reason why I was asking Keith about what race is because I know when I first came around, it was if they were Mexican, they had a stigma or a belief, I believe, of the blacks were like. So when I came in and I was completely different, it was like, oh, we love him, and it kind of changed their thinking of us because they're like, okay. He's not, he's hardworking. He takes care of responsibility. So it kind of broke it. So I was curious to see when Keith said it, like, was it from the same point of view or from a different one? It's the same outcome, just different race. Like, we're out here breaking stigmas, Keith.
That's a whole topic within itself.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're breaking the stigmas. They're going, oh, I thought they were like this. They're not lazy deadbeats at all. They're actually quite responsible.
And I've only seen stuff like this in jokes. But he legitimately said, "Oh wow, you're not loud," and I was like, "Oh."
When somebody tell me I'm not loud, I get loud. You want me to be a stereotype?
I was like,
I'm gonna show you.
I'm only not loud because I usually I'm chill. Like there's no reason for me to be loud. But if you give me a reason to be loud, then I can be loud like everybody else.
But your daughter is.
Right.
I want to see that. I want to see that statement made in person.
What to who?
Just to hear it. I don't care who. I just want to hear the context. Just be there and be like, damn. I don't even have to know the people. Just but she is.
Gotcha. I mean, I talk to about my wife all the time. You know that.
Yeah. Ooh. All right. Moving on. This is a perfect segue. So we're pre-production. We're talking about Jada Pinkett and that whole relationship. And it stemmed the question of what's allowed to be public in your relationship. Like, what tea or whatever is allowed to be said in public about your relationship, and what needs to be kept private in your relationships.
Everything should be private.
Everything. So
everything. Nothing. The common public, general public shouldn't have knowledge of your relationship. It's different from it's different from you venting to your best friend because it's your best friend. He or she shouldn't be out here telling all your business. But for some random person in North Dakota to know what goes on in your bedroom, that's not cool. It should be private. What happens here is private. Very few know what go on inside these walls because none of your goddamn business. From the outside, we're madly in love. We might have had a cage match last night. You won't know, but we're madly in love. You know what I'm saying? It's private. Private. What's private stays private. Relationship is private because I'm not married to the world. I'm married to her. So the issues stay here. We'll deal with them here. That's just my take, Mr. Wendell.
As in public, you mean just the general public, like Facebook
general public.
And all this?
Yeah, general public.
Like, when I was listening, I was like, yeah, I mean, if she's confiding to her mom or something, I'm like, yeah, I get that.
That's different. But
if like you get comments, hey man, what's going on with this? Like, yeah, hell no. Yeah, I don't even know what you put out there.
You always know when your wife been talking about you though, because her friends look at you different. They be like, girl, I see what you're talking about. Comments. Yeah.
If it's the comment, yeah, but if it's just a look, you don't know. You don't know what that.
I know, nigga, because I'm perfect.
You might be like, oh, he did this. He did this.
Oh, shit. All right.
Let that breathe.
I hope you record that perfectly. The reaction to that shit was priceless.
Let that breathe.
I was just relaying what Mr. Wendell said last week. He's perfect. That's what I was mentioning.
It's contagious.
So I didn't say perfect. I said I'm really good at a lot of things or something like that. You said perfect. Damn,
He's
nigga. You can put it on me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all everything should be private.
It does stay in the house. Like everything should stay in the house except like family stuff. If it's family, cool. Some things to family, hell no, don't even tell them that. But
no, I'm more so talking about interactions things that only entail you and her. You know what I mean? Like your personal business between you and her. That anything within the dynamic of the marriage. So that's whether it's sexual, financial, whatever that case may be. Right? That states in that you like, common shit like, oh, we're doing this weekend, like that, like general, like whether a water cooler talk shit, that's whatever. But like serious relationship issues, serious like certain like private things that happen, anything that you would do talk about behind closed doors should be private. Period. The only reason why corporations make their financial statements public is because it's the law. Otherwise, we would never know.
So one would stand to believe that you don't agree at all with what Jada Pinkett's been doing.
Hell no. That shit is out of pocket.
I mean, it all depends on will to me. If that's floats his boat and he's actually all right.
I don't. It's clear to me that Jada wears the pants in that relationship.
But what does that mean, though?
It's clear to me that she is the dominant person in the marriage. The way they've been moving the last couple of years.
There might be some shit we don't see behind closed doors.
It might be.
This is the one thing she gets. He's like, he does everything else, and he's like, say what you want to say to the world. It might be like that.
It might be, but I'm just saying the way it look. I look at Will like it couldn't be me, nigga.
Because what leverage does she have? That's the scary part.
Yeah.
We don't know. Maybe that. I'm not going to go into that. We're not going to.
That's once again. That's private. That's their marriage. I don't know. She makes it public, but it should be private. That's my take on that shit.
Shut down. We might not get to 20 if I say what I was thinking. Really.
Say it. Say that shit. Hold on. Say it right now. Don't move on till he says this shit. What were you thinking? This is important. This is important for the growth.
He's an important figure in the community, so we'll leave him alone.
Okay. Moving on. Your take, Keith. You got something to say on this?
I agree. Everything should stay in house, unless it's agreed upon by both parties. And honestly, I don't know, but part of me feels like both parties might not have agreed to share these comments, and one is reactionary to it. So it's already out there, so there's not much can be done about it other than
sit at that red table.
That table would be red for a different reason. That shit was me. It'd be a different color red. Shit. Moving on.
This motherfucker's taking my stands. Right. Yeah. What Mo said. Moving on. So how important are couples, friends, and relationships?
Very important. Very important.
A healthy couple friends. I think healthy couple friends.
I mean, that kind of goes without saying. That don't mean you're always going to have that.
What, healthy couple friends?
Yes. Or they can start out healthy and then not be.
Yeah. But I think it's important because just having a couple of friends is you can end up hanging out with motherfuckers where you're like,
oh my God, I'm back. I don't know what happened. My bad. I was gonna say very important. I don't know. That was a weird glitch. I don't know what happened, but okay. It's very important. Yeah, right. It's very important. I think, and also a couple friends are also hard to come by. It's hard. It's hard to have that single person in the mix unless it's like somebody you were friends with or they were friends with years before. Like it was there. Like that relationship was already cultivated type deal. You know. But like as a couple, is like my belief is that a married person shouldn't hang out with a bunch of single people because that leads you to think and act single sometimes.
I can't agree with that.
I mean, I said sometimes. I just say you could. I'm not saying that you act upon it, but when come on, the conversation, Kev, as a married man, Andy can attest this too. The conversation among married men is hella different from when you're just around with a bunch of your single friends. Let's be real. Okay.
No, not true.
All right, it's not. That's not.
No.
It's not true.
I mean,
It's not true. Hold on. So Kevin, you're gonna go to your single friend right now and be like, hey man, I just did the backyard. Nigga, you know, is that conversation on that way? Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Y'all niggas don't want to be real. Okay.
No, Mo. Think about what you just asked, and think:
Okay.
is there not a friend that we have at work that is single that you cannot have that conversation with?
About what? What conversation?
About doing your backyard? You're telling me if you make that statement to someone that we know in particular that is single, that you can't make that statement to? Think about it.
Are you talking about the pyro guy?
I can make that statement.
He don't count, nigga. He ain't out here getting bitches.
Oh, now he don't count. See, now there's stipulation. There's an asterisk next to this name.
I'm talking about.
It's different because he's this.
I'm talking.
But he fits the criteria. He is
okay,
single.
he's single. Yeah, he's single, but he's not out here actively dating. I'm talking about if you're the married man in the room and you're out here with a bunch of dudes out here actively dating, out here actively every weekend, getting into different things. That conversation is different.
I'm not putting that shit out there, dude. I'm not. That's my friend. I'm not putting his business out there. All I'm gonna say is, you said single.
Okay. All right.
And you have a single friend that fits that criteria.
There's parameters to this shit. There's parameters to this shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, now you're adding parameters. I thought it was just.
Okay.
You said you can't hang out with a whole. You're talking about wild niggas. You can't just hang out with a whole bunch of wild niggas.
You can't. Wild. Yeah, you exactly. So you can't hang out with a bunch of wild dudes out here running through
have their shit together.
That's different. Yeah, right. Okay. All right. I'm correct. If it's single dudes have that shit together, it's different. But if you out here hang out with a bunch of wild niggas or wild dudes out here, doing wild shit, it's different.
Yeah, but would you want to hang out with them? Like, our lives are different now.
Hell no.
Like, I'll see you
quick segue. Real quick.
Okay.
Ladies, if you need a man that is single and has his shit together, we know a guy. Holla at us. Up here at the Heavyweight Podcast, we about bringing people together. All right, back to the thing.
He turned the light off. But, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Wow. Because I'm like, yeah, you can have that conversation. I'm just single people got houses, nigga. They'll tell me how you wouldn't work without church.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very, I just think like when he said it, I was like, wait a minute, we do know a guy that fits the criteria. So
I always think like with couple friends, it's important, but they have to be in a healthy relationship. Like it can't be just because they're a couple we should hang out with them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've met the toxic couples, and you're like, yeah, we don't need that kind of energy. Or you're thinking like they're constantly fighting, and they're trying to like spill that over into your relationship, and they're like, oh yeah, you guys deal with this stuff too, and you're like, we don't deal with that.
I think that's different. I think they're trying to steal your energy and try to get what you. But hey, man, you guys look happy. Like. Yeah, we was until we hung out with y'all.
They're trying to take the energy. Keep away from the toxic. That's the most important thing.
Keith, how's that? Let me ask you on that. With you, how do you feel going out with like your married and coupled up friends? Like, do you do it or do you like, no, I'm not? Or like,
does it feel awkward?
Oh, it always feels awkward.
Really?
Always feels awkward. But I mean, as the single guy, I don't really have much of an option. I mean, I can't help that all my friends got married and got kids. and then I didn't.
Bring a random bitch. Bring a random. Bring a random with you. But, yeah, it's fine.
Nah. But I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
Would you ever do the fifth wheel or third wheel at like the melting pot?
That would take some convincing. Like that's okay. That's super awkward.
Right?
Yeah.
That ain't never happened.
Yeah, that's a Halloween trick that we're doing this week. It's called the Ghost App by Mo.
Oh yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I guess we'll transition. So, did you ever have bullies growing up? Either one of you?
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you now. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Like this shit all of a sudden it just started tripping over here. I don't know. I'm hoping everything's copacetic.
That Windows 11.
Yeah, the only thing now I gotta cut this shit off.
I kind of wish you would have said something. I would have told you to hold off from upgrading for at least a couple months.
I shouldn't. I should have. I should have did. I should have. I mean, everything should be straight, just my audio. So that's why I shut up.
All right. Bullies. Well, we know Mo's the bully, he said.
Yeah, Mo dubbed himself proudly a bully growing up.
I mean, I wasn't. I didn't say I was a bully. What I said was. I didn't get bullied. I was with the shits.
Let's just all right for future
That's
reference.
what I said.
And the clips that you make for the next week. Go back to the pre-production when we brought this up. And you said, "Nigga, I was the bully." I remember that because you probably put your hands up and said, "I was the bully." You said that. You can reference that and come back and say, "I didn't say that shit." You can have a Rick James moment. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Did I say that, for real? Okay.
You did.
Okay.
It's just good TV.
That see, you brought it up. Now that clip is gonna magically disappear.
No, it's not. I put it out.
Oh man, I tried to upload it to drop it,
but then I said, then I quickly said that I wasn't a bully. I was just with the shits. I was never bullied. That's all I said.
But you said you never said it, but you did.
Okay, all right, you're right.
You did change it, but you did say it.
You're right. You're right. Okay, no comment. I've had technical difficulties. I'm irritated.
He's like, the Windows 11 did it. I never said that shit. I ain't got
right.
I'm mad. I'm mad.
But
okay, yeah. But
did you guys have bullies at all?
The only bullies I can probably say I had, if I had bullies, would be like older cousins that I had to end up. When I got old enough, I would just fight. Like, nigga, fuck it. I'm gonna fight you. We gonna fight, and then we gonna both get our ass beat. But you ain't gonna fuck with me no more because you gonna get your ass beat every time you fuck with me. So it is what it is.
That was rough for us though, growing up with older cousins, because we had to live through the wrestling where they're like, "I'm gonna try to figure 4," and you're like, "No, that actually hurts." Like, don't do that.
I don't know people owe so many cousins.
I had a reoccurring bully, if that's the thing. You know, I think the one time that really got me I could consider a bully was they were two kids. When we were kids, they were chasing me down the street. I don't think they were going to try to jump me, but I was like just going away. And then I got to the end of the street, and I kind of was like, I'm not leaving my neighborhood. So I turned around and balled my fist up and then went at them. And lo and behold, they ran away. So I guess that would be considered a bully because they were trying to scare me into, whatever.
I learned at an early age that a lot of people say they with the shits, but they really not. So I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna defend my shit. So if we go to blows, at the end of the day, my mentality is that you may kick my ass, but you gonna know I'm gonna fight your ass back. That's my mentality. I'll take the L, but these fists gonna be thrown. Period. Like this is not finna. You're not finna just walk up to me and think you're finna just take my shit without there being any type of resistance. I am shit. What they call me in the office, stutter. I'm the troublemaker.
You're the troublemaker. You're the guy that they try to avoid and say,
I'm the troublemaker.
Send him on his way.
I'm because I meet everything. I meet everything with resistance. I learned early on. The worst you can tell me is no. So I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. I'm gonna ask my questions. The worst you tell me, and I'm not scared of hearing no. I've heard no 1,000 times in my life. So if I ask a question, I'm not. And if something doesn't make sense, I'm gonna say something about it. If you don't like what I gotta say, it is what it is.
What about you, Keith?
You
know, do these females count as bullies?
Hell yeah, they do. Hell yeah, because you can't hit them.
Like relationship bullies or like
overboard.
Hell yeah.
Nah, just like trying to spit at them, or like say you're friends or whatnot, and they just kind of they go after you mentally a lot of the time.
They ain't your friends.
In my past, anyway.
They ain't your friends. If they going after you, they ain't your friends. If they bringing you if they disrupting your peace, they ain't friends.
It's happened quite a few times over the years. Still trying to avoid it. It happens every now and again, but in terms of like,
No, sorry. I was saying we ran into somebody together before in your neighborhood. You remember Blue?
Oh, I mean, he wasn't a bully. I don't consider him a bully because I only had that one real interaction with him.
But we were kids. Like, if you look back at it, we were children.
Right.
We were literally children, and that was a grown-ass man. Like, what the fuck are you doing over here, niggers? I was like, he said something, and James said, man, what you talking about, nigga? He's like, I'm not your fucking nigger. And I was like, well, we were ready. But at the end of the day, when you look back, we were kids, and that was a grown man. Like, I feel like that's
still there.
The epitome of a bully. Like, let's flip the tables now. Now he's an old nigga. I'm gonna go to his house.
What's up now, Grandpa?
Once I had some size on me, well, even then, never really experienced bullying, but most especially once I started getting some size on me, usually if there was ever an issue, once they see me, like once they look at me, like you can see the thought process. Like I don't know if I want to chance this. So nothing really ever popped off.
I think I just had that learn.
At least in terms of like bullying, there's nothing like that has ever popped off. I've had some scraps, but it had nothing to do with that.
Yeah. You have any bullies?
I had plenty of bullies. I had a bully in third grade, and it was like these two like sixth graders, and I was in third grade, and they kept picking on me for a reason. And one day, one of them punched me in my shoulder as I was walking to my dad's truck, and I realized I was going to my dad's truck. I said, fuck it. I turned around. He was bragging to his friend. I said, fuck it. I kicked him in the nuts as hard as I possibly could, and I booked it. I took off running, and I got to my dad's truck. When I looked back, my dad was like, why are you running? I said, no reason. And we drive by, and this dude is on the ground grabbing his nuts, and his friend is laughing at him, and he never messed with me again. And I had another bully. It was a girl. This is funny as Keith brings it up. It was a girl in my neighborhood. Yeah, she was older. And she used to mess with us, and I couldn't figure out why. And then one day, I said, fuck it. I punched her in the titty. She never messed with me again. Got a big titty. Anyway, that was another bully. And then I had a bully in 8th grade, and he kept fucking with me. And like, I remember, just like Kevin said, I hit that point where I said, fuck it. So I clenched my fist, and he said, oh, no, I don't want those problems. I was just teasing you. And I said, no, like, fuck it. Like, if it's going to be something, it's going to be something. Yeah. And then I realized I felt bad for him because he was 16 and in 8th grade, and I was fucking 12.
He was just mad at life.
He was just and when you look back, you just realize his life wasn't going nowhere. Because if he's 16 in 8th grade, nigga, he's graduating at 21.
Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about.
This was in St. Louis, so I hope not.
Okay. So we had one of those, and I'm like, I don't feel like there's many of those.
I mean, he was driving in 8th grade, and he couldn't park anywhere because there was no student parking. Like,
yeah, that's funny.
Damn.
But yeah, I've had multiple, but you always hit that boiling point where you're just like, I can't take it anymore. Like, I got to eventually stand up for myself. But the reason why I was asking that question is like, with your kids and future kids moving forward, what do you tell them with dealing with bullies? Are we just putting them in like martial arts or boxing and getting them prepared for this life? Or are we just telling them, just let them know you with the shits and like,
all of the above.
Yeah, you can do both. You just tell them with the shits, and then you ain't got the skills.
Phoenix Rain is with the shits. She's with the shits. The reason
why I ask this is because like Ava, she keeps coming home and she'll be like, "Dad, this kid pushed me." I said, "Who was this kid? Did you push him back?" And I always get the look. Why you don't tell her that? I said, "What the? Well, you gotta let these kids know you with the shits. Like you push back. Fuck that. She don't get in trouble. No, she don't get in trouble with me. Like." Push back. If they give you issues, you push back. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck. If you come back from home and I know that you're letting them bully you or push you around, it's gonna be more of an issue than if you literally stood up for yourself and pushed back. I'm gonna have your back knowing you push back than anything else. I'm not gonna just let you get pushed over. Like
my mentality. Well, no, you can't be out here bullying people. No, I'm not with that.
Bullying.
No, but my mentality is if someone is messing with you, you tell them to stop.
Yeah.
You vocal, right? If that don't work, you tell the teacher. If that don't work, they still, by all means, we are a 3-strike family. If you've done 1 and 2, when 3 pops up, tee off, baby. Knock they fucking head off. Tee the fuck off. Yeah, go through the list. Yeah. Go through we tried the peaceful way. So now I'm gonna show you that it ain't gonna be what you think it is. That's how I intend to. Now, the wife may see something different, but regardless of what she say, that's what I'm gonna tell her. Break her fucking head in. Because if they call me, hey, Phoenix was fighting, I know for a fact, hey, she tried to resolve it peacefully, and they took it there. So when I pick up, I'm gonna walk in that office and high five her, and we're gonna go get some ice cream.
That's almost like what was that? Where was that? I think was it Keith? You sent that article about the dads going to the school.
Dads on duty.
Yeah, like that's. I mean, it sucks that it had to come to that because I mean the fucking school's not doing what they're supposed to. Yeah. But that's actually not too bad either. Like that's.
Because I think the issue is, especially when it comes to children of color, is that they don't want to address the issue until our kid acts out. Our kid can address the issue and say, hey, this is what's going on. I need help with this. And then the school does nothing. But then the second that our kids say, fuck it, I'm going to take care of it myself. Now you want to punish my child. Well, my child went through the steps to handle it correctly. So in my mind, hey, good job, babe. High five. Let's do some ice cream. Because I guarantee you she won't mess with you again.
Nope.
And when I see Ava, I'm going to kick that kid in the nuts.
You are?
That's what I'm gonna tell Ava.
We've had this conversation before, and I'm gonna look out for you guys again. Don't go to the school fighting children.
I'm like Kevin Hart. I fuck kids up. The second your parents,
we're gonna be filming this from Riverside Correction.
Mm-hmm. Hey, like man,
we gotta pass them over here.
Mo, your video's not so crisp. I saw good. Like, let's go ahead and do this. I only got about 15 minutes. Like, what? What?
I did what I had to do to protect my baby. At the end of the day, that's all I care about.
Well,
that's all I care about.
Send the little cousins in. Send the cousins in and be like, "Hey, I got these little black mittens. You can put them on."
No, see, she's one of the small ones, so all her cousins is older. I mean, her cousins gonna get cases too. So I don't want my nieces to go to jail, so I might as well get the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel it. I might take that.
They young. They got their whole life ahead. Let me get the case.
More lethal. Inmate 25.
Like, what you in here for? Check this kid. Bully him. Check his little ass.
Fuck these kids up.
Would that be better to go address the teacher though? I think could we do that?
Definitely. My dad used to do that shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And those parents and the teachers would come back to me mad and shit. Like, I'm like, I didn't tell my dad to talk to you. That was on you, not me.
Yeah. I think as a parent, you can address the teacher and then I always say addressing the parents is sketchy because I know I know my personality. So if I come to you with, hey, look, man, you need to control your child. They mess with my child, and you fly off the hinges, nigga, I'm punching you. That's it. I'm gonna beat your ass and then turn around and beat your child ass.
I think that's the problem we run into now is that the parents either don't care or they don't want to hear it from somebody. They're like, I don't want to hear that. Don't tell me how to run my house. And you're like, I'm not telling you how to run your house. I'm just telling you what's happening. But now I see why it's happening.
Yeah, you typically get the idea. Oh, that's where they get it from. You.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna get a call, and your child is at Riverside. Your child is at Riverside Community Hospital.
Yeah. Let's all go meet in the quad.
That ass in the quad. That ass in the quad. Shit. Shout out to my queen. That ass in the quad. Fuck.
Shout out. He's changed it to something else completely. So I guess with that being said, damn, I Tuck Hunter's a catchphrase.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with everything said, this has been the Heavyweight Podcast.
Well, hold on, Mr. Wendell. Do we have a name?
Oh, okay. Oh, you scared me. Thought you were just gonna make it be Dick Beater. It's you know what? I like it. Y'all don't like it. 100 spokes. HUNNID spokes. Like 100 spokes, you know, like the fucking the Dayton's,
like the rims.
You remember the Dayton 100 spokes?
They ain't it. Are you referring to that you're a classic? You're a classic car?
What?
You a classic car?
No. Why do I need a classic car to be 100 spokes?
It kind of feels like a game, a character from San Andreas.
Yeah.
Like you be walking out with some hush puppy shoes on and the Dickies and a wife beater.
So like CB4 gangster. That's not cool. I can't.
Ain't nobody Chris Rock as a gangster. You don't want to be named after a rim? You might as well be a speed rail then. Shit, to keep spinning. A rim? That ain't it, bro. Next week. We'll try it again next week. That one was terrible.
Before that, it slipped my mind because I was just gonna do it right at the tail end. But right now we say it, get it out there. Happy birthday to Tajor. When this airs, it will be November 1st, but we figure his birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday, man. You're the inspiration for this podcast. The name Heavyweight is your moniker. You brought a lot of us three of us together. Even though we have backstories behind that, you brought us all together. Rest in peace. I know Halloween was your favorite holiday, and we miss you.
I don't remember. Did I meet Keith that way? Did I meet Keith? Did I meet you through T, or did we?
I know I met Keith through Tajor at RCC.
No, we just went.
You mean, yeah. I think we all just kind of linked up.
That's what's up.
Oh yeah, happy birthday. Well, that's your damn cousin, so you linked up first.
He was at the
without
cookout.
You, there is no this. That's for sure. There's no this without you.
And so the people that know that watch us that don't know, Heavyweight Tajor is the character that sits above all of us with the Halo, the Halloween version, but he is the inspiration behind the Heavyweight podcast name. So rest in peace. We miss you. Love you. And with that being said, this is the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Studder McFly with these three guys.
I'm 100 spokes.
Not it.
They ain't it. I'm just Mo. I'm just Mo. I don't know who that nigga is.
This is Keith, aka Geek 40.
I just get hit with silence when I say you're like.
Yeah, we out.
Yeah,
We
peace
done.
out. Like, subscribe, comment.
All that shit. And shout out to my queen and that quad with that ass. God damn.
Peace.
Peace.